Hello and welcome to the new episode of Weekly Current Affairs. So let's begin. First question, which of the following exercises involve both India and the United States of America? Yudh Abhyas, Vajra Prahar, Nomadic Elephant, Tiger Triumph. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 4 only, 2, 3 and 4 only, or all of the above. The correct answer is option B, 1, 2 and 4 only. Recently, the joint India-US Tri-Service Humanitarian Assistance and Disaster Relief Exercise Tiger Triumph commenced on the eastern seaboard. Other exercises between India and US are Yudh Abhyas, Vajra Prahar and COPE India. Nomadic Elephant exercise is a joint military training exercise between the Indian Army and the Mongolian Armed Forces. Hence, option B is correct. Next question, what is the primary goal of our National Tuberculosis Elimination Program? To develop new treatments for tuberculosis, to raise awareness about tuberculosis prevention methods, to reduce the incidence and mortality rates of tuberculosis within a country, to provide financial support to individuals affected by tuberculosis. The correct answer is option C, to reduce the incidence and mortality rates of tuberculosis within a country. The primary objective of a National Tuberculosis Elimination Program is to reduce the incidence and mortality rates of tuberculosis within a country through various strategies such as early detection, effective treatment, and prevention measures. Next question. What are magnetofossils? A. Fossils of magnetic rocks. B. Fossils of magnetotectic bacteria. C. Fossils of ancient marine animals. Or D. Fossils of meteorite impacts. The correct answer is option B, fossils of magnetotectic bacteria. Magnetofossils are remnants of magnetic particles produced by magnetotectic bacteria, not magnetic rocks or other geological formations. These fossils preserve the presence of these bacteria within ancient sedimentary layers, offering insights into past environmental conditions and microbial life. Next question. What is the duration of the trading session in the T+0 settlement cycle? 6 hours, 7 hours, 4.5 hours or 3.5 hours? The correct answer is option B, 7 hours. The duration of the trading session in the T+0 settlement cycle is 7 hours. It starts at 9:15 am and continues until 1:30 pm, providing investors with ample time to engage in trading activities within the same-day settlement framework. Next question. Which of the following statements best describes H5N1 bird flu? A. H5N1 primarily affects humans through direct transmission from person to person. B. H5N1 is a type of avian influenza virus that primarily infects birds but can also infect humans. C. H5N1 bird flu is caused by bacteria and can be treated with antibiotics. D. H5N1 is a seasonal flu strain that poses no significant threat to human health. The correct answer is option B. H5N1 is a type of avian influenza virus that primarily infects birds but can also infect humans. H5N1 bird flu is a type of avian influenza virus that primarily infects birds, particularly poultry. However, it can also infect humans and other mammals. Human infections usually occur through direct contact with infected birds or contaminated surfaces. Next question. What is the main function of the World Meteorological Organization? A. To regulate international air travel and avian safety. B. To promote global cooperation in meteorology, climatology and related fields. C. To develop and enforce international regulations for weather forecasting. D. To conduct research on climate change and its impact on global ecosystems. The correct answer is option B. To promote global cooperation in meteorology, climatology and related fields. The World Meteorological Organization serves as the specialized agency of the United Nations for meteorology, weather and climate, operational hydrology, and related geophysical sciences. Its primary function is to facilitate international cooperation in these fields to enhance the ability of its member countries to understand and predict weather, climate, water resources, and related environmental phenomena. Next question. Which organization is responsible for implementing the National Hydrology Project, that is NHP, in India? A. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. B. Ministry of Earth Science. C. Ministry of Water Resource, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation. Or D. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The correct answer is option C, that is Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation. The Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation is responsible for implementing the National Hydrology Project in India. Next question. What was the central theme of the Startup Mahakumbh event? A. Innovating Bharat. B. Bharat Innovates. C. Startup Bharat. Or D. Bharat's Innovation Wave. The correct answer is option B, Bharat Innovates. Recently, Prime Minister Modi inaugurated the Startup Mahakumbh event in New Delhi with the central theme Bharat Innovates. The event featured mentorship clinics, pitch competitions, and a multi-track conference featuring leadership talks, panel discussions, workshops, and a host of exciting activities for startups as well as future entrepreneurs. Next question. Where is the headquarters of the International Labour Organization located? Geneva, Switzerland, New York, USA, Paris, France, or London, UK? The correct answer is option A, Geneva, Switzerland. The headquarters of the International Labour Organization is located in Geneva, Switzerland. Next question. What is the name of the newly discovered species of deep sea isopod? Brucithoa colamensis, Brucithoa isro, Brucithoa marinus, or Brucithoa abyssalensis? The correct answer is option B, that is Brucithoa isro. This species was named after the Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO, in recognition of its successful space missions, including Chandrayaan-3, as stated in the provided information. The naming convention was explicitly mentioned in the text, linking the species to the space agency. Next question. Which country topped the 2024 World Happiness Report? United States, Finland, Germany, or Denmark? The correct answer is option B, that is Finland. Finland topped the 2024 World Happiness Report, maintaining its position as the happiest country for the 7th consecutive year. This indicates consistent high levels of well-being, social support, and overall satisfaction among the Finnish population, as reflected in the report's comprehensive evaluation criteria. Next question. What is the primary objective of the National Internet Exchange of India, that is NIXI? A. Promoting online commerce. B. Enhancing cybersecurity measures. C. Increasing internet penetration and adoption. Or D. Facilitating social media engagement. The correct answer is option C, that is increasing internet penetration and adoption. The primary objective of the National Internet Exchange of India is to increase internet penetration and adoption across the country. NIXI facilitates various infrastructure aspects to enable the internet ecosystem to be managed and used by the masses, thereby promoting broader access to the internet and its benefits. Next question. How many years of continuous profit are required for Miniratna Category 2 status? 1, 2, 3 or 4? The correct answer is option B, that is 2. Miniratna Category 2 status requires 2 years of continuous profit for the concerned entity. This criteria ensures a level of financial stability and performance consistency before conferring the Miniratna status. Next question. Which two countries are considered the founding members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, that is SCO? China and Russia, India and Pakistan, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, or Mongolia and Tajikistan? The correct answer is option A, that is China and Russia. China and Russia are considered the founding members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Next question. Which sustainable development goal of the United Nations is closely related to the theme of World Water Day? SDG 2, that is Zero Hunger, SDG 6, that is Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 11, that is Sustainable Cities and Communities, SDG 13, that is Climate Action. The correct answer is option B, SDG 6, that is Clean Water and Sanitation. Sustainable Development Goal 6, which aims to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all, is closely related to the theme of the World Water Day. Next question. What is the name approved by the IAU for Chandrayaan-3's landing site? Lunar Base Alpha, Station Shiv Shakti, Moonstone Point, or Apollo's Rest? The correct answer is option B, that is Station Shiv Shakti. The International Astronomical Union approved the name Station Shiv Shakti for Chandrayaan 3's landing site, reflecting India's cultural and spiritual significance, as Shiv Shakti is a reference to the divine energy in Hindu mythology. This naming choice also commemorates the mission's successful achievement, adding a symbolic touch to the lunar exploration endeavor. Next question. Which of the following states does the Kaveri River flow through? A. Karnataka, Kerala and Telangana. B. Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. C. Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Or D. Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. The correct answer is option B, that is Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. The Kaveri River flows through the states of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Next question. What concept gained endorsement during the ILO's 350th session? Minimum wage, living wage, basic income or maximum wage? The correct answer is option B, that is living wage. During the ILO's 350th session, the concept of a living wage gained endorsement. This endorsement signifies a shift towards ensuring that workers receive wages that enable them to meet their basic needs and maintain a decent standard of living, moving beyond the concept of minimum wages. Next question. Which governmental body is responsible for the preservation and protection of archaeological sites and monuments in India? Indian Archaeological Society, National Heritage Commission of India, Archaeological Society of India or Archaeological Survey of India? The correct answer is option D, that is Archaeological Survey of India. The Archaeological Survey of India is the government body responsible for the preservation and protection of archaeological sites and monuments in India. It carries out archaeological research and excavation, conservation and restoration of monuments, and maintenance of museums across the country. Next question. Which of the following statements best describes the Armed Forces Acts, that is the AFSPA Armed Forces Special Powers Act? A. AFSPA grants special powers to the police forces of each state in India to maintain law and order in areas affected by terrorism. B. AFSPA provides legal immunity to members of the armed forces operating in areas declared as disturbed by the government. C. AFSPA is an international treaty aimed at regulating the arms trade among nations to prevent conflict. Or D. AFSPA mandates the establishment of special military courts to expedite trials of armed forces personnel accused of human rights violations. The correct answer is option B, that is AFSPA provides legal immunity to members of the armed forces operating in areas declared as disturbed by the government. The AFSPA Special Powers Act provides legal immunity to members of the armed forces operating in areas declared as disturbed by the government. It grants special powers to the armed forces to maintain public order in such areas, including the authority to arrest without a warrant and to use force even to the extent of causing death, if deemed necessary for the maintenance of law and order. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.